Okay, cool. So in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there are 3 fundamental movements. They're extremely important, and you see them everywhere in Jiu-Jitsu. They're in the fluidity of your transitions, they're in a lot of your techniques, reversals, and even the way you move into your submissions. Now, those are shrimping, bridging, and the technical stand-up or master's lift, as some call it. So we're going to go over the fundamental 3 ways of shrimping. I mean, there's more variations, of course, as in everything, but we're going to go over the basic 3. So the shrimping 101 is, can I get you to stand up, Brendan? Shrimping 101 is about moving away from something. So Brendan's standing over me, yep, those legs. Now this might not happen, keep going. This might not happen so much in a street fight, but right here I'm in a bad scenario because in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I'm really adept at using my feet to fight. And I can't right now because Brendan's past them. So what I would want to do is I need to get away from him. And I can't just push and slide up. That's a really ineffective way to do it. So what I'm going to do is I need to turn on one side. I'm going to block his legs with my arms, my forearms. And my top leg, I'm going to bring close to my butt, my hips. And I post on the ground and I lift myself up, pivoting on my shoulder. And I'm moving backwards. The biggest mistake people make is they push up. You see what I'm doing here? That's not what you want to do. You're literally moving backwards. That's what you're doing. Foot's close. You keep it planted. You don't do this. Keep it planted. Push. Lift your hips up. Move through. Now I pivot on my hips and I'm center with him, and I can fight with my feet. If it was a real fight, again, I've got my sweeps that I can do, right? I can come here, try and sweep them, whatever I need to do. So the way you do the drill is you start here, side, boom, going up, side, lift up, go. Okay? And that's how you get your feet through. So that's shrimping 101. Thank you, Brendan. The next movement is shrimping 102. So that was how to move what I'm calling up. Call it whatever you want. Down the mat, away, backwards. And shrimping 102 is how to move the opposite direction. So before, I needed to move high and away. You can use both feet to push if it's an extreme scenario, but I like to keep this foot free. Can you come here, Brendan? Sorry. Because if I'm ever in half guard, let's say, and this knee is through his legs on the other side, I want to be able to move that knee out. And if my shrimp has both feet on the ground, I can't push and pull that leg out. You know what I mean? But I can do that if I'm here like this. And that's just one example, just from half guard. But again, you see that all the way through. Thank you. So, shrimping 102. You're going to be on your back, your shoulders. You have to move. So, last time we were straight on our side, pushed and moved. So a good way to look at it, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like a cross on the ground. So my body starts all in line with this one dotted line. I go on my side, and when I shrimp, now I'm on the aXis, and then I straighten out. 102 is the opposite, where instead of being my legs balling up, and then at the beginning, and then my back being straight, 102 is my legs are straight, and I need to get my body balled up. And if someone's on you, it can be hard to do. So you need to try to like shoulder crawl, use your legs to pull down. 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 Okay, that's 102. 103 is to help keep and push an opponent away from you. And it's very similar to 102 or 101. And it's you're moving the same direction, but instead of being on your shoulder, you come up on your elbow and you hold them away, and now you push them back. Come down, you roll over, push them back. And this is very appropriate because in the event that I'm here and Brendan's on his knees and he's passing my guard, somehow I can sit up, hold him away, push him back. Or in the event in side control, if I get this arm over my head, look, I can sit up, push him away, and shrimp. And now I've recovered my guard. So those shrimping 101, 102, and 103. The next thing we're going to do is bridging. So we basically have the drill of 3, which is an upward bridge and 2 twisting. So we've got 1 and a bridge. We don't do like up on our heads and necks like wrestlers do or drunk girls at parties. We bring our feet to our hips and we just come up on our shoulders. Hips have to be really high as if you wanted something to roll off your knee and come off down here by your shoulder. Okay, so 1. And then number 2, the twist, so you bridge up, and you twist, and you touch. Down. 3. That's our drill of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? That's bridging 101 and 102. The next 2 things you need to know about bridging is you can also bridge up, twist, turn, and step, which is when you want to roll someone off of you. Or like when you're escaping side control, you want to bridge up, bring that back one leg under you, and then you can either push through to your knees, or most likely if someone very heavy is on top of you, you would have to push back and roll up onto your knees to make the space. So again, you bridge up and step, or you bridge up and pull your bottom leg through. Come to your knees. That's bridging 101, 102, and 103 with variations. The final fundamental movement of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is the technical stand-up or master's lift. And this is very, very useful. You use it a lot in different scenarios. I'm here, kind of in my shrimping posture with my lower legs, up on my hand, make a frame with this hand too. And now what I do is I stand up on this leg and my hand, and I have to bring my foot inside, around, up by my other foot. And that allows me, when I need to get up very quick, as opposed to like this kind of thing, when someone's coming at you. So you're here, and can you come here again, Brendan? Just on your knees. This would be a really good scenario, self-defense. Some guy's in your guard, he's like punching, hitting you, foot on his hip. Okay, look, I'm holding him away on his hand. I stand up, I'm holding him away. Everything's locked out between both my arms, so I'm not pushing him. It's locked out. And now I can kick him, get up, and if I need to come in and knee him, or just run away. So you can also do that from here. Brendan was coming and be like, no, back up. If I had fallen, and this was a bar or something, I need space, I could come up and strike and bring that foot through. Remember, it's a circle by your foot. You don't do this because you're going to fall. You want to have base. So you're up, boom, through. Okay, and that's the technical stand-up. So those are the three fundamental moves.